Hey guys, Comcast here. We are back at Darien Lake for day 2. We're currently sitting in our car because, as you can see, it's raining again, but we're here with my dad, and park opens about half an hour. They don't really have a dedicated preferred lot. It's pretty much whoever gets here first gets to park close. It's kind of strange. So we're here early, and we're here pretty much right at the entrance. So soon enough, we'll be inside, and we'll see you guys then. Well, it's 10:30. Park doesn't open until 11, but they're letting everyone in, it looks like. Now, I've never been to this park before yesterday, but I don't know if it always looks like this, but it's pretty crazy to see it empty like this. So I got all excited thinking I'd be able to go get on rides early, but there's the rope. You can just walk down this main stretch and that's about it. It's better than being stuck out there though. All right, we're about 5 minutes till park official opening. There's a few more people here. I'm a little surprised, honestly. I figured it'd be deserted, but there's a few people. So I think we're probably gonna head over to Tantrum first, since that has the worst capacity in the park. And then we'll make our rounds. We got Boomerang, Predator, Ride of Steel. Unfortunately, pretty much every other coaster's closed, so that's all we got, and then we'll be heading over to Canada's Wonderland, again, another first-time park for me. All these parks are first-time parks for me, so I'm really excited to be going into Canada for my first ever time too, but that's later. For now, we got Darien Lake to get through. That was the most unceremonious rope drop I've ever seen. Now we're gonna hopefully go knock out Tantrum. I don't know if anything's open, we'll see. Well, I don't want to jinx anything because we have a terrible history of that on the strip so far, but the rope is down, and I see Ops up there, so I think we might be set to get the first ride on Tantrum, hopefully. All right, so we just rode Tantrum, which was open right at park opening, so huge shout out to Darien Lake for that. I mean, honestly, I didn't expect that. I figured we'd walk up and it wouldn't be open, but they were waiting for us to ride. So that was great. And the ride was really good, actually. Not as forceful as, say, Hydrus at Seaside Heights, New Jersey, Casino Pier, but super smooth. And we rode on edge seats and it was still like glass smooth. Dad, how was Tantrum?
I know these rides.
Gerstlauer, oh, there's our picture too, but that's cool. But yeah, no, this ride, really, really smooth.
So generally, I know these rides, and for whatever reason, I did pick an edge seat. I kind of thought I was going to regret it, but I didn't. It was very smooth, very good.
Yeah, and the operators are super friendly. They remembered us from yesterday, because as you guys remember from previous vlog, we were camped out in that queue for a very long time yesterday, waiting out that storm, but finally got on it. It was good. Now we're probably gonna head over to Boomerang and try to knock out all these coasters as fast as we can so we can get to Canada's Wonderland sooner. Something I do want to compliment this park on is the fact that the music is almost non-existent and super quiet, which, coming from Great Adventure where the music is ridiculously loud, greatly appreciate that. It's not only just because, I'm a content creator and the copyright claims get annoying. You can't even talk over it sometimes. It gets way too loud. So I appreciate this, and you can kind of appreciate the park's natural ambiance like this anyway. We're in this other area of the park, and what's interesting is they have this like giant circle area over here that goes around this lake with Boomerang over here. So we're gonna go to Boomerang right now. We see Ride of Steel running. I didn't see Predator row yet, but I imagine there's probably just nobody here. So we're gonna make our rounds and hopefully knock this all out really quick. Looks like we can actually just cut right up here. Really weird layout at this park. Alrighty, I think it is time for us to go ride Boomerang. Is it called Coast to Coaster here? I think it is. No, I think it's just Boomerang. Well, actually, maintenance is still over here, so I'm thinking maybe not yet. Scratch that. They're not open yet, so I think we're gonna go over by Predator and Ride of Steel. Look at all that Titan track on Predator. They put a ton of GCI's new hybrid style Titan track to make it smoother, and supposedly it definitely works, so I'm excited to see how that rides. Looks like Predator isn't open quite yet, so we're gonna head over to Ride of Steel because I do know that is open. So, really stupid rule at Ride of Steel. You are required to, of course, have your cups if you want to get free refills, but you have to put everything out here in either a paid or free unlocked locker because for whatever reason there's no bins up there. Such a stupid rule, but you can bring your phone, of course. This is what I like to see. All right, so we just rode Ride of Steel in the back, and that was really good. I mean, I did just ride the one at Six Flags America, kind of rerode it. I think it was June, yeah, June. And that one's definitely a little faster and a little smoother, but this one's not really much further behind. It's crazy though how two rides that have the exact same layout can run so differently. And I do like this one because the setting is so much nicer, and that straight section of track actually makes sense because you go over a massive body of water on this one, which is really cool, Dad. Well, how was your re-ride on Ride of Steel?
I haven't ridden this in 25 years, and it did not disappoint. It was still as good as I remember it.
Still holds up as a really good ride. And we did wind up having to use these weird free lockers to hold these because the card reader would not work on the only paid lockers available. So you use these weird like pins to use these scaffolding pins. You lock your locker. Some of them have them in there already. Very strange setup. I've never seen anything like this. They also got those Great Adventure balloons everywhere, matching the color scheme of Superman. But this park doesn't have the rights to the Warner Brothers characters, so they can't call this Superman. So it's just Ride of Steel, but it was Superman when it first opened. You can see, I mean, it's very much so still there, the remnants of it. So it turns out the Predator opens after 11:30, so we just got a couple minutes before it opens. All right, so currently we got Predator running its lift hill, but not open yet. And then on the other side, we got Boomerang stuck on the second lift. So the last two I need, and then we can leave. But they're giving us some issues right now. Well, just my luck. We got two stuck rides. Predator is stuck just outside the station and didn't pull all the way in. And the Boomerang is still stuck.
That's a good event.
Well, we have a good sign. It is starting to move. So maybe it'll open. At this point now, we're going to have to wait and see if that opens first or if Predator opens first. Yeah, I really do hope it doesn't valley. That would suck. Good news! Predator's open. We're going to ride in the back because I've heard that the back is a bit better than the front. So see how it goes. Just got off of Predator. It's actually really good. I don't know what happened, but I wound up pulling a muscle or something really bad. It wasn't the ride's fault though, because it was actually fairly smooth, and a lot of it is Titan track, and that Titan track is ridiculously smooth. I mean, I have ridden a coaster with Titan track before. I rode White Lightning, but it really only has a very small section of Titan track, so you don't get to see that much of it. But on this, almost half the ride, I'd say, is Titan tracked, and it was really smooth. Some nice airtime pops, Dad. First time on Predator in a while. How was it?
That was very good. I mean, last time it was 25 years ago, so it was probably rode better than it does now, you know, as far as the wood section. I will say that Titan track, the whole ride was like that. It would be unbelievable. You don't even feel the transition.
No. I mean, the last one a little bit.
A little bit, but not really. I've been on some where you really notice it, but not on this. It did a good job.
And how'd you think of Predator?
Loved it. The Titan track, that's my first experience with it. And yeah, it's smooth as glass, almost too smooth.
Yeah, you almost don't even feel like you're on a coaster. It's crazy.
No, it's wow.
Yeah. So now I'm probably just gonna go wait out Boomerang since that's the last coaster that should open that I need. And I'm gonna try to fix my back because this is killing me. But Predator was pretty good. I think we better time this perfectly too, because here comes the employee. So we just rode Boomerang, which is probably the last credit I'm gonna be able to get here, and that was honestly one of the better Boomerangs I've been on. It was really smooth, even though it doesn't have those vest restraints. It was a very enjoyable ride, not much headbanging. We had an empty car, it was really good. How was that Boomerang?
I was surprised. It was very smooth, very smooth.
What'd you think?
Very smooth, best Boomerang I've ridden yet.
Yeah, this, again, considering it doesn't have the vest restraints, really solid Boomerang. The park, I mean, considering that we're not gonna be getting on 3 of the coasters, has a pretty solid lineup as is. Superman, or not Superman here, it's Ride of Steel. Ride of Steel is really good. Tantrum's solid. Viper's a surprisingly good ride. And Predator was good too. Of course, they also have Mind Racer, Moto Coaster, and Hoot and Holler. I don't believe adults are allowed to ride Hoot and Holler. I mean, we're gonna see, but I don't believe they allow that. Moto Coaster. I've ridden coasters similar, so I'm sure that's good. And Mind Eraser seems to be getting the same treatment that America just gave theirs, which will definitely improve the ride too. And there's Moto Coaster in the distance. Like I said, I don't believe it is open. I've heard it's been down for a while, unfortunately, along with Mind Eraser. And it's weird because that area, it kind of looks like it dead ends because I don't know that you can get there from Boomerang. So you kind of got to walk all the way around the lake, which is really weird. The layout of this park is so strange because everything is really spread out. They have no fencing blocking off this lake either, which would not fly in Jersey, I don't think. But I'm just kind of walking down here to see what it looks like because I don't really know. It's just such a strange layout. Everything's so spread out. They really don't have that much. Lots of room for expansion though, if they really wanted to. It almost looks abandoned over here, the way it's kind of just left here. It's really strange. There's the close sign all the way back here. They have these little scooters, animals that you can just kind of ride around on in this park, right by Rowdy's Ridge. This is their kids area, and I want to go in here so I can look at Moose on the Loose, which is one of the most, I guess, well-known kids rides for just how ridiculous it looks. There is Moose on the Loose. There it goes. That is the most ridiculous looking ride I think I've ever seen. And it looks like Hoot and Holler's closed anyway, so we were never going to get on it. I do want to look here. There's no must not exceed 54 inches. Got it. And the maximum weight per car is 150 pounds. So they're definitely strict about who can and cannot ride it. But again, it's not like it matters anyway because it is closed. This is a ride that probably most people will not ever get on, at least adults. And of course, there's Mind Eraser. It's not going to reopen until next year. And they are working on it. I'll give them credit. Starting to power wash, it looks like.
Each one in hand, and you can also please be using two hands. Don't just hold that in one hand. That's fine. That's fine. And
I think it might be like those tokens from like
We're gonna be getting ready to head out of the park now. We had some food at the same place we did yesterday because the burgers over there are actually really good. So if you're looking for a nice, reliable burger place, the one next to Tantrum is a pretty solid spot. They also have a wing place kind of back there past Viper that Luca was telling me is really good. But you know, you really do not need much time here at all. It's pretty deserted. I mean, that could be because of the weather, but you can run through the coasters that are open very quickly and then get out of here. We are gonna stop up here at the Emporium to get some merchandise before we do leave, but very nice quick little visit here so we can get up to Canada, get through the border crossing, and go to Wonderland. Also some really good dining plan options here at the ice cream place. Some incredibly generic Six Flags merch at this place. I'm wondering how they're allowed to sell these DC branded lanyards since they don't have the rights to Warner Brothers here. Very unique selection of flavors too. So that's the size of the waffle cone. That's a snack.
And keep in mind, there was more ice cream.
There's 3 scoops of that,
Yeah.
all different flavors, and out of all these flavors, you can get any flavor as a milkshake on the snack. I mean, I really hope more Six Flags parks do this because I was surprised when we went to Over Texas and saw their options. But this is insane. Look at this delicious cookies and cream milkshake. Look at this massive rainbow sherbet waffle cone. Such interesting options they have here, and it's really good too. That looks like they're working up on the lift of Mind Eraser, so they're not messing around. They also have a Tim Hortons here at Darien Lake right in the front, and they do accept member and pass discounts, which is pretty cool. I've never seen a Tim Hortons inside an amusement park. That is going to do it for our brief time back here at Darien Lake to get the rest of the coasters we missed yesterday. It's a pretty nice park. There's definitely some weird quirks about it, but it has this pretty solid coaster collection from what's open at least. Ride of Steel's really good, Predator solid, Tantrum solid, Viper surprised me. And just overall, really nice lineup here and lots of room to expand. So I hope Six Flags does that in the future. Dad, how was your first time back to Darien Lake in a very long time?
It was very good. I mean, it's just as unique as I remembered. It's such a unique park with the campground integrated. and everything else. And the rides were great. I mean, and honestly, for the weather and the rain, and
We got lucky.
We got lucky, but they did keep everything open in the rain.
Yeah.
And operations were pretty much on time too, despite the weather.
Yeah, I'd say so. Mark, what'd you think?
It was a great first visit. What more can I add to what's already been said?
Yeah, I agree. And now all three of us, we are heading off to Canada's Wonderland. So we'll be there probably until closing, and they're still working away on Mind Eraser. So hopefully by the time the next time I come back here, whenever that winds up being, I'll be able to get on that along with Moto Coaster. I don't think Hoot and Holler will ever happen. But with that being said, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video from Darien Lake. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, guys.